What's up, guys? The entire Saints schedule has leaked pretty much, and it's about 30 minutes or so before it comes out. But I feel like doing this right now. I don't want to wait. So, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Saints schedule right now because usually every year, about 5 or so hours before the schedule is supposed to drop, it ends up coming out, and it's always right, like spot on. And I think the first couple of games have already been like confirmed to be correct. So, we're going to go ahead and go through the schedule today and kind of briefly uh, go over it because, why not? Now we finally have an overlook on how the season's going to turn out. So, uh, week one, we open up at Atlanta. I really like that opening game for us because, who's Atlanta's quarterback? I'm pretty sure it's Marcus Mariota right now. So, I know the term easy win probably is a little maybe overconfident or whatever because it's a division rival and you can never say that. But Atlanta is absolute poo poo juice booty garbage, and you can't convince people we're gonna lose that. So that's gonna be a great way to start the season. In Atlanta, we own them. Week two is our home opener against Tampa Bay. I don't know how I feel about that one because we all know we own Tampa Bay at least in the regular season, but the Saints always tend to lose in week two. So I guess we'll see which one comes out on top, the week two curse or us owning Tampa Bay regardless of what happens. So that'll be our home opener in week two. So that's two straight divisional games to start the season. You think that's a lot? Well, you're wrong because we actually start with 3 straight division games. That's insane. Week 3 is at Carolina. Those 3 games could be very important to start the season. If we can at least start off 2-1 and be not only 2-1 as our overall record, but 3-0 or 2-1 or 3-0 in the division, that would be huge. But this part may seem brutal, but this is also honestly kind of the easy part of the schedule because once we dive into the middle part, shit gets rough. So week 4 is listed as a home game, but it's not because it's in London at like 8:30 in the morning against the Vikings. We've been knowing that for a little while, but yeah, and we don't get a bye week after the London game. Usually, I think if you play in London, you get a bye week the week after. But nope, we got to go right back to the Dome, and we will play the Seattle Seahawks at home. Now, who's their quarterback? It's going to be either Drew Lock, Geno Smith. There's a lot of mysteries with that team. That should be a pretty good win for us, at least as of right now. I feel pretty confident about that game, at least as in the current state of the team. Both teams, just looking at it. If you had to choose between, the Seahawks, we don't know what they're going to look like. They're probably going to be really bad. Now, week 6 is when shit gets real. We're still at home. We play the Bengals, as you know, who just went to the Super Bowl. That, I'm super excited for that game. That's going to be awesome because, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and all of them are going to be back in the Dome. There's going to be a lot of LSU fans there. Now, obviously, I love my Saints. But the Bengals have kind of been like the team, especially last year when the Saints weren't in the playoffs. I was rooting for the Bengals, obviously, because, they got Joe Burrow, they got Jamar Chase. They got some former Saints over there, too. Von Bell, Trey Hendrickson. Yes, that's going to be a really good game. See how that turns out. And then after that, week 7 is Thursday Night Football, so our first primetime game at Arizona. Now, this sucks. And the reason why is because DeAndre Hopkins has a 6-game suspension for performance-enhancing drugs. He comes back week 7 if you do the math. So, yeah. Of course, we get D-Hop his first game back. But don't worry, a lot more will clamp him up. That's still just... The NFL schedule makers would allow that to happen. So, but anyway, that'll be a pretty good game. So, yeah, week 7 against the Cardinals. Then I believe week 8 is, it's the Las Vegas Raiders at home. That'll also be a really good game because now they're much improved. They have Devontae Adams now. That offense is going to be insane. I'm really excited to see that matchup, the Raiders offense versus the Saints defense. That should be an exciting one to watch. And then we continue at home against the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football. And I believe this will be the first time we face off against Lamar Jackson. Because last time we played the Ravens, I think Joe Flacco was still their starter. So, yeah, that should be a fun Monday night game in the Dome. Then, let's see. Week 10 is at Pittsburgh. A lot of mysteries there. We don't exactly know who their quarterback's going to be. Who did they draft? That was right, Kenny Pickett. I'm gonna assume Kenny Pickett's probably gonna be starting by then. But I don't know what to think of Pittsburgh. I think they'll be aight, because even whenever they're supposed to be ass, they always turn out to be at least okay, just because Mike Tomlin like does not allow them to be worse than like 8-8. I don't know why. That's just how it turns out. Or I guess 9-8 now because of the extra game. Then we got. See, Week 11. This is still continues the rough stretch. Week 11 is at home against the defending champion Los Angeles Rams. That should be a really fun game, a really tough game. But we got to get revenge on the Rams, not only for you know what a few years ago, but also them blowing that damn 17-0 lead against the 49ers is the reason we did not make the playoffs last year. And we would have had to play the Rams in the wild card round, which we would have gotten destroyed. But I would have liked to see my team in the playoffs. That would have been nice. But we got to fuck the Rams. We got to kick their ass. That should be a fun game. I think it'll be the first time I play Matthew Stafford as a Ram, so that should be interesting. And that really good defense. Michael Thomas against Jalen Ramsey, that'll be fun. Week 12 is at San Fran. Again, this stretch is just brutal. As of San Fran's quarterback situation, I'm not exactly sure. A little bit before the season starts, we're going to go more in depth into these games. I'm just kind of giving a brief overview on them right now. But that should be a good game. San Fran's got a good defense going on. I think they're going to be a good team. This is going to be one of those games where if we can't compete for the division, or we will be competing for the division, but if we're not front runners for the division, this will be a big game in terms of playoff implications, I do believe. This is going to be a big game. It's in San Fran, so we'll see how it goes. In the Week 13, we continue on the road at Tampa Bay for Monday Night Football. Another Monday game. We don't have a Sunday night game this year. It's all Monday. We have 2 Monday games. But the Saints really owning Tampa mostly is involved in Tampa, because the 2 games when Tom Brady's been a buck in Tampa Bay, they scored 3 points the first game and then a goose egg 0 points. So they have not scored a touchdown against us in Tampa Bay. So I'm not going to necessarily say that's going to continue exactly that way, but I'm sure we will own them once again in Tampa Bay. It's on primetime once again. Not Sunday night, but it's primetime. And then we have a really late-ass bye. It's always like Week 5, Week 6. No, it's Week 14 this year. So if we're going to be a playoff team, I really do like that bye, especially coming right after that super tough stretch. We'll get to rest up. And then for the last 4 games, we get to make that playoff push. Because I do expect this team to be in the playoffs. Spoiler alert. I do think we'll be a playoff team. As of if I'm predicting we're going to win the division or not, I'll decide that before the season. Probably my record predictions. Probably after the preseason I'll do that. Like official record predictions. Week 14 is our bye. Which I like, but I don't know if I like how late it is. I think if it was like maybe Week 10, Week 11, Week 12, that'd be perfect. Week 14 is a little late. That's like early, mid-December. But it's all right. I mean, I would rather be super late than super early. So, Week 15, we play Atlanta again, this time at home. I kind of already previewed that matchup with the Week 1 game. So, yeah, we'll play them again. Week 16 is, I'm trying to think. I don't have the schedule pulled up right now. I looked at it a little while ago. What was Week 16? Oh, that's right. I'm stupid. It's we play Cleveland in Cleveland on Christmas Eve. That's right. We play Cleveland Browns on Christmas Eve, and I think Christmas Eve is a Saturday, so I don't know if that counts as like its own primetime game. I heard it's at noon, but I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's own thing or if everyone's playing on Christmas Eve because Christmas is on Sunday. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we do play the Cleveland Browns on Christmas Eve. Then we go at Philly on New Year's Day, regular Sunday game. I don't like that because we play at Philly, in Philly, for the 3rd straight season, and Eagles have just completely owned us, especially with Jalen Hurts at the helm the last 2 years. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't expect that to change. The Eagles, they just have our number with Jalen Hurts. Their offense, their running quarterback style offense is just like built to beat us. It's just how it is what it is. Unless we can outscore them, but we'll see how that goes. Now Week 17, I just said that, is at Philly. And Week 18, we end the season at home against Carolina. It feels like we always end the season against Carolina. I don't know why. Like Week 17 and Week 18, it's always Carolina. But yeah, that's the Saints schedule. Yeah, just kind of a brief overview on it. Let me know what you guys think. You can think how many wins you gonna think. How many wins you think we'll have? I think we're gonna be a playoff team, and I would expect like around 10 to 12 wins. As of right now, I'm kind of going with 11 to 12 wins, but let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think of that brutal stretch? Can we survive that? Are we gonna be a playoff team, a wild card team, a division winner team? Let me know what you guys think. I'm really intrigued by the schedule, and shit, I'm ready for football to start because all this schedule releasing, and now that I know when the Saints play who, I'm excited. What games y'all gonna go to? Let me know if you're excited. What games you're most looking forward to? Which games you're most not looking forward to? My least looking forward to game is definitely the Eagles, just because I don't have to explain it. The Eagles. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.